this is Dwayne calling. I just saw that you filled out some information on my website. How are you doing today?
Excuse me. What website? I don't have time for this. Take me off your list. Please don't call back. Bye.
Oh, here we go again.
That's the reality that a lot of people are facing, right? And sometimes it's much worse than that. Here's the truth. Nobody has time to just sit there and be sold on the phone, but everyone wants to be helped. In this video, we're going to talk about how to gain instant credibility and authority on the phone. And that's not through any NLP or super strategy stuff. It's quite simple. And I've used this over and over and over again, working with brand new salespeople from the age of like 20 all the way to, and above. I don't have to put it into that age range. But the point is, this stuff actually works. In this video, we're gonna go through 3 ways on how you can build instant authority like a consultant. The first is simple. I mentioned it earlier. Nobody wants to be sold, but everybody wants to be helped. Think about it. When you walk into a shoe store or you walk into a furniture store, when someone flocks to you and starts bombarding you with questions, hey, what size shoe do you wear? Can I show you what the newest shoe? Like, you're like, no, I'm just looking for now. Even if you actually need shoes, you will ignore them. Even if you're actually looking for furniture, you're gonna give them a stiff arm and say, bro, you're a little too much, get out of my face. So when that happens, it's not that you don't need help. It's like, I want to be helped, I just don't want to be sold. So when you're calling people on the phone, you've got to have that same frame of reference. People want to be helped. No one wants to be sold. Another thing that's really helpful from a frame of reference standpoint is, hey, I've helped so many people in your same situation, right? You guys are moving apartments, you're looking for furniture, is that right? Gotcha. Man, I've helped a ton of families in your same position, moving out of the high rise into a house. I've got some recommendations that could be helpful. I've seen other people really like. Would that be helpful for you? Looking to help, not to sell. Not pushing them into what you want to sell them, but listening to what they tell you and making recommendations based on that. So sometimes referencing on ways you've helped other people can make a big difference in giving you instant authority as an expert who's been down this road many times. People may only buy 4 or 5 cars in their entire lifetime, but a car salesman will do 4 or 5 cars in a single week. Right? So they've been through this process. So you have many different ways and opportunities to build that instant level authority if you can reference other success stories. Quite simple. Maybe you've heard of it before, but it's not about what you know, it's about what you do. Another big mistake that I see people make all the time is the sales voice. The sales voice has got to go. Man, I used to have this guy who worked on one of my teams back in the day. And every time he picked up the phone, he sounded like a completely different person. His voice raised, I want to say like 5 to 7 octaves. And I don't even know how you measure octaves. But his voice went really, really high every time he picked up the phone.
Hey, yeah, I'm just calling to see, you filled out some information on our website. I just wanted to see how you're doing.
And then he'd hang up and say, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, it's crazy. The guy didn't want to do anything. I'm like, why don't you use your normal voice on the phone? Because you sound really weird when you're using your sales voice. The sales voice isn't attractive. People don't like talking to salespeople. People just like talking to regular, normal humans. So just be yourself. You don't have to be someone else in order to make a deal happen. Like, and I can tell you a personal story about this. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I went to high school. I don't have some super amazing education, right? So I talk with a little bit of an accent, may use a little bit more slang than I should. I don't talk in the most professional Ivy League voice, but I have a lot more success than some of the more educated people in my exact same company, right? Despite the fact that I don't have all the degrees and, double MBAs and doctorates, and I don't sound like these people, I'm like myself. I'm really comfortable in my own skin. And I think that is one of the things for salespeople is if you're trying to be someone else, you're gonna do an awful job at being anyone else. And being disingenuous is unattractive. No one wants to talk to anybody who's being not real. So one of the first things you got to do is lose your sales voice. And maybe you should record some of your calls and say, hey, is this how I talk to my friends? Like, is this how I talk to my coworkers? If not, make the adjustment. I'm not suggesting you start, dropping all sorts of profanity on the phone. No, but you can talk normal without that kind of stuff. So anyways, drop the sales voice, be a human, and you'll get a lot more deals. Last but not least, and certainly the most important of all of these 3 points I've mentioned so far, this is absolutely critical and the most important one. Take a genuine interest in who you're talking to. It's crazy. It doesn't sound earth-shattering, right? Maybe you're not reading this in your sales books, but being curious about the person you're talking to on the other side of the phone will make you so much more money. It'll give you so much more authority and credibility on the phone call because you're gathering intelligence. You're gathering information. One of my favorite things to do is somebody will talk about, yeah, I went to my son's baseball game last night, so I wasn't able to get around to your email. I'm like, oh, okay, what position does he play? Cool, we'll dig into that. Or I'll be selling some cybersecurity tools, and this guy will start raving about cabling, because some of the people in the IT industry also do fiber cabling. I know nothing about that. I don't sell anything around that, but I'll ask. I'm like, oh man, what's that like? Is that like pretty time consuming for you guys? But being genuine, actually being curious. I think one of the best traits in salespeople is curiosity. Being curious about the person you're talking to makes such a difference, because guess what? People love talking about themselves. So when they see that you're taking a genuine interest, they're like, huh, I think this guy's all right. I like this guy. And as you learn about them, as you learn about the things that they're going through, whether it's related to your product or not, is gonna arm you with the information on what it is that makes this person tick. What are their pain points outside of just product features? So that's one of the biggest hacks, is actually be genuinely curious about the person you're talking to. Guys, it's not complicated. It's quite simple. Being curious, losing the sales voice, and seeking the help are three things that will absolutely help you build authority like a consultant on all your sales calls. If you want to find out how you can use these strategies and move into tech, watch this video right here and learn how you can break into tech sales. Maybe you're selling cars, maybe you're selling houses, maybe you're selling construction tools. I don't know what you're selling, but you've been curious about tech for a long time. I make videos and specialize in helping people find jobs in the tech industry that I think can be really helpful. Anyways, thanks for watching. Drop a like if you liked the video. See you later. Bye.